Should we start the show?
Let's start the show. It's about time.
How do we start the show? Hot question. War. Is it good?
It could be.
Well, that's that then. Should we get into some jokes or something
Let's
like
get on
that?
some jokes. Yeah, that sounds absolutely fantastic.
Go for it, because this could be the last of what was not many podcasts.
Yeah, it's happening. Episode 2, and we're already at war. But why was Joe Biden sad?
Oh, here come the jokes,
Because nobody voted for him in the last election.
Yeah, and that's true.
Vladimir Putin has announced he will be resigning as the president of Russia in January. He put in his 2-month notice. That was a good one.
Topical. I like that one. To the Ukrainians, look, fight on. But do not go near Chernobyl. Let them have that. If I was the Ukrainian president, yeah, and Putin was like, first of all, Chernobyl, let's make that ours, I'd say, oh no, please,
That means so much to us.
Oh, they bloody got it. Oh, let's get out of it. Get out of it.
Book it,
It's
lads.
their problem now. that was nuts to me.
They're like this. They're like, Chesh, we have taken the most important military place ever. And they're all growing like mutant arms out of their asses and shit.
Oh, it might help Putin grow his hairline back.
Oh, can you imagine?
So this is actually a news podcast now.
It's actually more reliable than BBC News.
Yeah, well, what isn't? Oh, and that's the first bit of satire. We've got to stop joking, really, because the news, you don't joke on the news, and all we do is bang jokes. A couple of Putin jokes. But yeah, do you want to talk about the war, or should we just leave it?
Speaks for itself, mate, doesn't
Do
it?
you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
A wise man once said, war, what is it good for? Huh. Absolutely nothing. Say it again, y'all.
War? Huh? Yeah. What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing. Say it again, y'all. But for the sake of the news.
For the sake of the news,
we won't say it
move
again,
past
y'all. But yeah, so anything else happening? So last episode, just to recap quickly, we done hot question. You smashed through that. Yeah, we also talked about Her Majesty. We won't dip our toes in again, because when you mess with the monarchy, you have to take a breather.
I just think we should give them a break, mate. They look tired. They look dehydrated.
Yeah, and they don't deserve this sort of flat.
Exactly.
They've got enough on their plate as it is, both literally and figuratively. They probably have big dinners and
large goose dinners.
Yeah, peasants. I mean pheasants.
This is she's at the top of her table eating young children. I will be young again.
Oh, we've done it again, mate.
We've done it again.
Still on the trot.
Oh,
so yeah, we're in the firing range. Really, we are sort of terrorists. I'd say we probably come under some sort of watchdog list.
I suppose in a way we're probably already being tracked.
There's only so many times you say the Queen should die and Andrew likes young meat before they start thinking that we're going to have to widen these boys' necks in.
They're going to have to make us disappear at some point.
Yeah, because obviously the Afternoon Show is going to blow. Massive. And then this will become mainstream media, soon to become mainstream news, sort of replace the BBC, NBC. And when people dig this up in sort of 5 years and they say, oh, look, these guys said the Queen was going to die and Andrew... And the monarch are 5 steps ahead, so they're going to sort of cancel that out before we can...
Bury it underground before, yeah. I love her so much.
Let's say a few nice... I do. Oh, she's... Wow. She's radiate.
What a MILF.
Oh, no.
I mean, she's...
Oh, no. I don't know. I don't think...
It doesn't matter, she's rich. She's rich.
Is it like that?
She's rich and she's in her 90s. She's just lost her husband, mate.
She's in a 90.
She seems a young fox like me.
Oh, yeah. She's had the old bull. Now she wants the young calf.
Except I'm 20, I'm a little bit too old.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because he's really window shopping for someone younger than
If
you.
I shave my face, it will look like I'm younger.
Yeah. You got a chance there. Do you want to read out some more news? I mean,
Sure.
Okay, about that, because we've got some news articles up, some great news articles, the real news that you want to hear. Forget war, forget Putin, forget that geezer that's in the parliament with a silly mop haircut. This is the real news. Forget all of that mumbo jumbo.
London YouTuber claims to have been abducted by aliens and fallen in love with one of them.
Right. So we've got about 8 headlines there. So let's do our news. We've got about eight, maybe sort of 10 headlines. Do you want to read out sort of all the headlines, and if something really interests me, you can click on it and we'll find out a bit more news. Because nobody wants to know all the news all the time. They want to know some of the news some of the time.
It's always politics and being cool. It's never the bizarre story behind the real life Barbie and Ken or things like that.
That's a great. That's a good one. That's a good one.
It's
Any
a bit
others?
peculiar though. A grisly 18th century love note sewn with human hair to be displayed at London Museum.
Yeah. Old
What the
news.
fuck does that mean?
Too many words in the headline for me.
Human hair. I'm sorry, Dan, but Santa is dead.
That's a
Archaeologist
mentions my name in the headline, does it?
It says it right here. It
personal.
says, "I'm sorry, Dan, but Santa is dead."
Wow.
Archaeologists believe they've discovered the tomb of Santa Claus. How do you think they found it? It was just covered in candy canes and wrapping paper.
Who would have done that? One of the elves?
Mrs. Claus, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
She would have gone, rigor mortis, yes, please, and then wrapped him up like a Christmas present.
Okay, can we put a pin in that one? Because that's definitely a contender for something.
That is pretty good.
But what's the next one?
Oh, my goodness.
Santa Claus is dead.
Santa Claus is dead, Dan. No. This is my favourite one.
Okay.
A leopard escape cover-up at Chinese zoo yields hunt with 1,000 drones in sky and 100 chickens as bait.
Sorry, there were so many numbers and animals flying around there. Can you just... click on that one, actually, because I want to see the ins and outs of...
I'm interested, yeah.
Sorry, what was the headline again? Can you just read that out?
I'll try and read it in English. Leopard escape cover-up at Chinese zoo yields hunt with 1,000 drones in sky and 100 chickens as bait. What does that even mean?
Sounds like someone's taken half the words away, and you just go. It sounds like someone's taken all the vowels away, and you're just reading what's left. Leopard escape cover-up at Chinese zoo yields hunt with 1,000 drones in sky and 100 chickens as bait. I still don't understand what that means. Sorry, there's a leopard escape cover-up at a Chinese zoo. Okay, you understand that?
Yep.
There's a leopard escape cover-up. First of all, who's covered it up? The leopard? Have we got a Madagascar situation going on here?
I reckon so. I reckon it's a conspiracy.
Okay, so that's the first thing.
With the Hangzhou Safari Park. I reckon it's a conspiracy.
That's the first thing we've got to put a pin in and think about, okay, who's doing the cover-up here? Is it a zoo worker or we got some sort of personified leopard? Okay, and anyway, that is yielding a hunt with 1,000 drones in the sky, it specifies. So there's 1,000 in-sky drones, okay, looking for the
One
leopard.
leopard.
But it doesn't end there. Would be mental, but they're using 100 chickens as bait. Who sanctioned that? I need
At a
100
zoo as well.
chickens.
For a start, you've got no more chickens in your enclosures because you've fed them all to a leopard. You've got no more drones.
How many chickens would you trade for a leopard? I'd 100. 100 easily. 100's mine. I'd go for 1,000 chickens per leopard.
I think that's a good number.
1,000.
Yeah.
1,000 chickens per leopard. Because it's a...
Then if you give me 1,000 chickens and
Yeah.
I give you a leopard,
Yeah.
how are you feeding your leopard? You got to find another 1,000 chickens, son.
You know what they say about 1,000 chickens and a leopard? Give a man a leopard and he'd eat for a day. Give a man 1,000 chickens and he will eat chicken.
That tends to happen when you have 1,000 of them. It's incredible.
That was in Noah's Ark or something. I
Or
forget
Kung
the
Fu
quote.
Panda or something.
Yeah. That's something seminal.
But yeah, incredible. 100 chickens is bait.
Okay. I'm so confused by that. I don't know if I want to read on.
Well,
Is there an ending? Can you read the last line of the article?
They've even got a manned drone.
Wow.
There's a third escape leopard. There's more than one leopard.
We
so now
don't
you
need any
need
more numbers.
300 chickens to try and get a leopard back.
300 drones and 300 chickens. We seriously, please. We don't need any more. What's the last line of the article? Does it say leopard found, chickens recouped?
The last line? You can raise both hands up and stand quietly, or slowly back away. Don't turn around and run. I'm assuming they were all slaughtered. Like we were on about earlier. The winners write the
Okay.
history, like the survivors.
Yeah. So that was that last line, I suppose, was how to escape a leopard. So it must still be on the run.
It must be.
Advice.
They've
How
released
not
out
to,
advice.
How not to run into it. What to do when you run into a leopard.
How 90 Day Fiancé star Stephanie Matto ended up hospitalised after eating too many beans to sell farts. 5 out of 10.
That's a 9 out of 10 for me.
You think that's a 9 out of 10?
Sorry, she's been eating beans to flatulate.
She's been hospitalised for eating too many beans. She sold a jar of farts for £1,000 and made, the worst part about it, she made 200 grand. In 2 months.
Oh, we missed that one.
In 2 months. She sold 200,000 jars. Hiya, Tuka Sullivan. I'm asking for a £1,000 steak. I'm asking for 30 grand for a 2% stake in my company. Jar of farts. I'm planning on selling 200,000 of these to the British public.
Yeah.
In Tesco's and Morrison's.
That is mental.
A Cape Cod diver was just swallowed and spit out by a humpback whale. Well, look how happy he is. He's been swallowed by a whale.
Just look unconcerningly
With their
happy about
weird
the whole
little
thing.
teeth.
They're probably little from a distance, but I suppose when you're in its mouth.
They're probably quite large. This giant Noah's Ark replica is stranded in the UK because British authorities don't believe it's seaworthy.
2. Boo.
London escape cover-up at Chinese zoo. You get the picture. It's 2 out of 10. There's 3 leopards. It's misleading. They actually use 300 chickens and 3,000 drones.
Get your numbers right, yeah.
I'm actually going to leave it on a classic.
Go.
Archaeologists believe they've discovered the tomb of Santa Claus. Mrs. Claus has had enough.
It doesn't get much better than that. So, news of the day. Archaeologists discover tomb of whom they believe is Santa Claus. It's a good chance he sort of had some sort of diabetes.
And when he gets back to the North Pole, he's just drinking hard liquor. And she's ran out of company.
Yeah.
So she's killed him.
Yeah.
His head elf has taken his place.
You know what they never told you about Santa Claus is that he's actually lactose intolerant. so all of that milk that he drinks, it does him no favours. And especially he works one night a year as well. And
He can't mug people off. He has to drink the milk.
Yeah,
he can't just pour it down their sink because they're going to see there's little bits of...
Why do the fucking dads always tell him that I fucking drink milk? I'm fucking lactose
Couldn't have been fucking oat milk, could it?
He can't leave a letter saying, please anyone, soy next time.
Breaks into a vegan's house, he's like, fuck yeah, finally.
So next year we're going to see like a headline, Santa issues statement. Please only leave out soy milk. I've redacted an intolerance to lactose after all of these years.
If you could use barista, that would be nice because it's sweetened.
An oat milk or some other substitution, please.
Incredible.
I'm happy to end the show here, mate. If you've got nothing else important to say, any shout outs? Shout out your mum, shout out your dad.
I'd like to shout out Oliver Cummins.
Yeah.
I think he's a good radio host.
Yeah.
I'd like to shout out Daniel Linton.
Cheers.
He's a good radio host.
Cheers.
They're both 5 out of 10.
I'll speak for yourself, but
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
see you next week.